Conscious versus subconscious mind. Welcome to Rethink Your Perspectives blog, helping you to unlock your potential, empower your mindset, create productive habits, and boost your motivation. This blog is dedicated to finding, sharing, and discussing a variety of topics around the struggles our clients and audience go through. Each episode, we discuss a key concept that many humans struggle with, to give you a variety of perspectives for you to see the concept through, so you can find one that makes it feel easier to deal with. We hope you get some benefit from these blog posts, and we would love to hear your thoughts. Don't hesitate to like, share, and comment at the links. Conscious versus subconscious. As I have discussed in other blogs, the stick person and higher faculties, our minds have two parts, the conscious and the subconscious mind. It's important to point out that our brain is not our mind, no more than our hand is. We do not say am hand, we say my hand. If we lose our hand, we have simply lost 5% of our physical body, not part of ourselves. So what is mind? We are spiritual beings living in a physical body. Spiritual doesn't necessarily have to mean or have to have a religious connotation. It considers our ethereal side of our humanness. Our brain is merely the electrical switching station for the mind which controls the switches. The body, our physical form, is the manifestation of the electrical signals sent from the mind and through the brain. Mind is the conscious control switches that send signals to the body via the switching station, the brain. This allows us to think, which influences how we feel and ultimately dictates what we do. Conscious mind. Our conscious mind is our educated, rational mind. It's where our physical senses connect, our little antenna. We can see, hear, smell, touch, and taste, and these inputs are wired into our conscious mind. Most of the time we react by what we sense around us. We see, hear, smell, taste, or feel something, and we respond accordingly based on our paradigm. But our conscious mind also has free will. We do not have to react to our sensory inputs. We can choose to acknowledge them and then respond how we choose to. We make these choices to respond rather than react through the use of our higher faculties. These are also resident in our conscious mind with the physical sensory inputs, but very few of us are aware of these, let alone know how to use them. We are taught about our physical senses in school, but not about our higher faculties. Our 6 higher faculties that set us aside from every other creature on earth are our will, which is our focus, perception, the way we see the world, reason, how we interact with ideas, memory, we all have a perfect memory, imagination, anything you can imagine in your mind, you can create in your physical world, and intuition, how we pick up other people's energy, and that little voice in the back of our mind. How do we use our higher faculties? We can develop each of these faculties to an infinite degree, if we choose to develop them. I've covered ways of developing our higher faculties in another blog post. Our conscious mind has the ability to think and choose what it thinks. It can think in past and future tense through memory and imagination. Nobody can make you think anything that you don't want to think. Only you can choose what you think about any given thing. We can then use our will to focus on the images brought about by our imagination and reason with them in order to stimulate ideas on how we can bring the images into our physical world. Our perception will also start to shift as we focus on the life we want to live. We will be able to see the world differently as we choose to look through the eyes of our future self. All these faculties being used together to create the life we want allows our intuition to pick up ideas and nudges from the universal spirit that opens the doors to each step on our journey to the thing that we want. This may sound like fantasy, but the more you do it, the more you will believe in the power that it has. You have the power to create, so use it. We are the highest forms of creation on this planet. Humans don't blend into our environment like all other creatures. We can choose to manipulate our surroundings to suit ourselves. Everything is a choice. We can consciously choose to accept or reject anything that comes in through our sensory inputs. This even applies to paying taxes. We choose to pay our taxes. It is a conscious choice. Or we choose not to pay our taxes. Also a conscious choice. However, while we are free to make whatever choice we want, we are not free from the consequences of that choice. In the case of taxes, we either choose to pay them or we choose to risk going to jail if we are caught. Subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is our emotional mind. It is completely subjective, turns your thoughts into emotions, and has no free will. Subconscious cannot reject, it can only accept, and has no ability to choose or make judgment. It must simply accept everything that the conscious mind gives it. That creates your feelings, as the subconscious is the emotional mind. These feelings create the vibration our body is in. This works for and against us, because we can choose to use our imagination to see anything we want. This can boost our emotions, but we can also choose to think negatively, which creates negative emotions. The subconscious also holds our programming or paradigm. Paradigms are a multitude of unconscious habits that control our habitual behaviour. And 95% of our behaviour is habitual. We do things automatically, with no thought required. Our beliefs create our paradigms. Most of our beliefs pass down from our families or develop from the environment we spend most of our time in. As discussed in a previous post, most of our beliefs are wrong, but we can change them. How do we change our beliefs? Belief can be very powerful in affecting behaviour and ability. If you believe you're bad at something, then you will be, regardless of your skill level. If you believe you are not worthy or not good enough, you will act that way, and will then only be able to see the things that back up that belief. These beliefs about yourself are false. You can do anything you choose to, you are worthy, and you are good enough. False beliefs can hypnotise you. The power of hypnosis is the power of belief. If you believe or are completely convinced that something is true, it has the same effect as if you've been hypnotised. Your beliefs create your self-conception and self-definition, be they true or false, and only you have the power to change them. You can choose whether old beliefs still serve you or if they need updating. You choose if you dehypnotise yourself. Use physical relaxation and mental imaging to dehypnotise yourself. Your beliefs and habits form with no effort. You cannot use effort to replace or update them. Making an effort to change something enforces the belief or habit. Instead of forcing it, just focus on the outcome that you want. Relax and keep focused on it. Then let your servo mechanism run with it while all you do is focus on the image of what you want and act as if you're already there. Your body and the universe will do the rest. Your subconscious will grow whatever you plant. Our subconscious mind is like the earth. It will take whatever you plant, an idea, and grow it. You choose whether you plant poison or sweet foods based on what you're thinking about. If you continue to choose to believe your current beliefs, then you choose to stay rooted where you are and not grow any further. But if you choose to look at your beliefs and assess whether they serve you or not, and then change the ones you are no longer resonating with, then your mind will grow you bigger than you could have ever imagined. So what are you planting in your subconscious mind today? What do you think? If this subject interests you and you want to learn more about how to develop your higher faculties or dehypnotise yourself from your false beliefs, then get in touch today. Either here or through any of my social medias, or schedule a call to discuss it with me directly. I'm happy to have a one-to-one call with you to discuss where you are now and where you want to go. We can then uncover your first steps and get your journey started. To your success, Jay. Rethink your perspective.